My name is Alexia, and today I will be presenting the SDG1 in France. So, to start off, what is SDG1? SDG1 is officially titled as Poverty, and it is the first SDG goal out of 17. There is no single definition of what poverty is, and basically, our understanding of it will depend on the standards that we use. Countries, both rich and poor, create different poverty lines to measure a level of income that is specific to their economic context. So, here we'll talk a little bit about the goals of SDG 1. And the primary goal is to fully eliminate extreme poverty of all people by 2030. And in France specifically, extreme poverty would be defined as living below the international poverty line on less than $3 a day. It would also be to ensure that all people, especially the poor, have equal rights to economic resources and access to essential services, including technology and financial services, and also ownership and control over properties. So here I have SDG1 data in France, and this is pretty much showing the population that is living in extreme poverty from 1970 to 2022. And as you can see, from 1970 to almost the 2000s, there was much more poverty present and quite a bit of a drop once we are going into the 2000s. And from there on, it has had a pretty low rate consistently of extreme poverty, with less than 0.1% of its population being affected. So that's pretty good compared to the 1970s and 1980s. And here I have some more data in France showing not specifically the extreme poverty, but overall poverty relative to different poverty lines. And as you can see, a large portion of France's population faces poverty based on higher income thresholds, and around 14% would live below the national poverty line. So I thought this was important to see just overall poverty and not just extreme poverty. So here I have some more data. This chart is showing a comparison of France to the USA, and it was a little hard to see on the chart. So in the corner, I wanted to highlight the United States and the rate of its extreme poverty there. And as you can see, there's a significant difference in how France and the US approach and measure poverty. While France is extreme poverty is less than 0.1%, we have the US over here with a 1.2% in the extreme poverty. So that's much higher compared to many European countries, including France. So here I'll talk a little bit about the solutions for SDG1 in France. And a solution that we could conclude would be providing universal access to basic social services like healthcare, education, and social protection. We could also ensure access to needs like food, water, and shelter. Investing in essential infrastructure for transportation and energy would also be super important. And also strengthening policies and institutional framework for improving access based to basic services, sustainable livelihoods, and entrepreneurial opportunities, and also productive resources. Here is my works cited for all of the information I have just gone over. And lastly, thank you to everybody who listened.